Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday to all. Um, it's early. I was reminded yesterday not to give up. I was reminded that it is needed and not to get weary. It caused me to arise this morning and go back to the drawing board, go back to the table, and do what God has placed in my heart and what circumstances has formed me to be the advocate to do. I want to speak about two different topics, and I will try to incorporate them into one. And the first topic is the process. Now, all of us know that when we go through things, we do not come out of situations one time. Some things take like forever. Some things have a number of years attached to it, while some might have a couple of months. But nevertheless, it is always a process. And we as humans, sometimes we do not want to go through the process because the process could be draining. The process it could look as though nothing is happening. It can look as though no one is interested in hearing us or in being there for us. But I want to say to someone out there that you have to go through the process. You see, if you do not go through the process, you're not going to be formed. Can I say that again? If you do not go through the process, you are going to be shortcutting yourself and robbing yourself out of the total transformation that you will become. The process is not always going to be rosy. The process is not always going to be. Some people have it easy. Some people have it rough. Some people have it like they just want to just run and hide and disappear. Some people might want to commit suicide because everybody does not like the process. But I want to encourage some people out there, whoever is going through whatever situation in your life, don't matter what situation it is. It might not necessarily be relationship wise, it might be job wise. You might be looking for a job. It might be family. You might be having some serious problems with family members. You might be one of the rejected ones, the cornerstone that is being rejected constantly, the black sheep of the family. You might wonder why this is happening to me. It might be a broken relationship, a man or a woman who have hurt and abused your emotions to the highest. And you might say, but why is this person doing this to me? I was a good person. I did everything possible. But I want to say to you, when you come to that stone in your life where reality and action have to come together and merge as a marriage, I want to say to you that that's when process is birth. So reality, right? Reality and situation, or reality and trauma, sometimes they have to merge. But when they merge and you go that's when you then start to go through the process. But I want to say to you, the process is what makes you. Trust me, the process is what makes you. If you shortchange yourself and you do not go through the process, you are going to be robbing yourself. I want to repeat it until you get it. You are going to be robbing yourself out of the total awesome individual that you will become. Okay? So please Do not boycott the process. Don't, yes, you will become weary. You will become faint in spirit. But I want to say to you to stay grounded. It's going to feel like, oh my gosh, this is not going to end. Will I ever get closure? But I want to say to you, someone out there, that the process will make you have to you have to trust the process. It is not always going to be easy. It's not meant to be easy. That is where you have to go through things, because you have your character. Everything is tested when you are in a rough place in your life. Okay, so I wanted to talk about that this morning. I find there's still a lot of us out there who are hurting. There are still a lot of us out there who need, we need guidance. We need someone to be there. Okay, I'm not saying to go out there and use people, because a lot of people, they see you and they just think that, oh yeah, well, she overcame this, or I think I'm going to piggyback right on her. No, you have to go through your process for yourself, because you know what? When I went through my process, it was hard. And to tell the truth, I went through it by myself. I did not really look for much people to come and jump onto my back and say, well, come, I'm going to lift you up. I had to lift myself up day after day. Every time I remembered something that was done to me, every time I remembered something that was done to me out of vengeance and spiteful and wickedness, I had to lift myself up and I had to say, listen, this too shall pass. That became my phase. Even even now, I am not in a relationship wars, but I am in constant battle every day with people who misjudge you, people who want to do things, but when you come to do it, it's a big problem. People who will gossip and slander you. But hey, the day that you say something, my gosh, you are the worst person on this earth, because it's easy for them to do it. But when you do it, you are now known as the evil one. I want to say to you that even all of that is the process of becoming a better person. But one of the things that we have to do is we have to always own up. We have to always admit to where we are falling short. We have to always admit to the fact that we need help. If you don't admit to needing help, you will not get any. Okay? If you do not admit that you need help, you will not get any. Okay? Something that was nagging at me too. Last night I was going through my Instagram, and I saw this lovely quote, and it resonated so deeply with me that I jotted it down. I jotted it down in my book, and I said this is something that I really have to touch on this morning. It says what you crave in a relationship is what you lacked in your childhood. Please allow me to repeat it again. What you crave in a relationship is what you lacked in your childhood. Now, if you are somebody who did not have much love and appreciation and acceptance when you were growing up from parents, from family members, trust me, that is exactly what you are going to be looking for constantly when you are an adult and throughout every phase of your life, be it work related. For me, I know for sure mine was always rejection. As I told you guys my story about my dad being rejected, I always wanted to be appreciated and accepted. So it could have been like work wise, I always wanted people to like me and accept me. It could be relationship wise, it could be social. As just being a social butterfly, you always wanted that people would like you. One of the reasons why I went into singing is because I realized that when I sang, people listened. So it was like, oh, they're accepting me. They're listening. So that's why I fell so deeply in love with singing, and it became like very therapeutic for me. So, everything, I'm saying that to say that everything that you go through in life, you should always like find a niche, find like find something. Find the boy, you know, like when you're swimming and they throw out the boy, you know, it's like you have to catch it. You have to find something to hold on to when you're going through a process, and when you are going through rejection, when you're going through, you know, relationships where you're being abused. You have to find something. So you got to dig deep into you, to your inner being, and find a passion, find something that you like to do. It could be designing, it could be, for me it was singing, it could be dancing, it could be so many different things. It could be painting, it could be hairdressing, you know, it could be anything. But you find a passion, because I find that broken people have a lot of giftings, and because they are so broken, they do not discover them true selves. So I find that when you start to heal and you start to mend your broken pieces, you start to discover that you have things in there that you did not even know. But that, my friend, is because you're coming through the process. So let that resonate with you this morning, Saturday, that do not abort the process. Go through the process, because the process is what is going to make you, and you're going to come out shining. Trust me. Love you guys. Have a great Saturday morning, everybody.